Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's episode shows the draft to completion process of this outfit. Please stay tuned. The top length here is 25 inches. Take the difference between the front and back length to the bust span line. The difference is 2 inches. Connect this to the bust point. Mark 0.5 inch as the dart intake on both sides. The dart stop point is 6 inches from the half length. Mark the dart intake at the back block. The dart stop point is 5 inches. Connect the dart legs on the front block. Repeat on the back block. All shaded areas are cut out. Extend the shoulder by 4 inches. Repeat on the back block. Come down by 1.5 inches from the new shoulder tip on the front and back block. Define the slope with a French curve. Redraw the armhole. Alter the neck by 1 inch widthwise. The depth for the back is altered to 2.5 inches. Connect the neck depth for the front to the chest line. Go up by 1.5 inches from the chest line. Connect to the armhole. Redraw the neckline. Go up by 1.5 inch from the back chest line. Connect with a slight curve to the armhole. Create a princess dart style line on the front block and back block. Come down by 1.5 inches from the mid armhole. Go out by 0.5 inch from the bust point. Connect as shown. On the under bust, go in by 0.75 inch and 1 inch at the side fronts. Connect with slight curves. With a straight line, connect the dart legs to the full length. Replace the dart intake on the side of the half length, then redraw the side line. Do same on the back block. Extend the bust darts. Taper the hems by 1 inch. Go in by 0.5 inch on the half length of the center front, then connect as shown. Cut out the pattern, the dart line. Close the bust darts. Redraw the mismatched side line and cut. The center front tightening. Close the overbust darts. Redraw the overbust line and cut. Cut out the darts. Taper the hem. Cut out the yoke. Proceed to cut out the back block. Arrange the pieces in the right order. Create slash lines on the yoke pattern for the back and front block. Place the stretchy part of the net widthwise. An extra 8 inches width is added to the net unfold. Slash and spread the pattern. It is advisable to number the parts for easy placement. Front and back block spreaded on the net fabric. Go ahead to cut out with 0.5 inches seam allowances all around. Place a fresh pattern paper beneath the blocks. Here is the front block first. Extend the center front on both sides by 3.5 inches. Extend from the half length. Taper each pointy hem by 0.5 inch. Repeat same on the back block. Cut out the altered pattern See the curvy hems of each pattern. Next, we transfer the patterns to fabric. Add 1.5 inches seam allowance at the side seam, then 0.5 inch seam allowance on other areas. At the center front, add 0.5 inch seam allowance all round the pattern. At the center back, add 1 inch zipper allowance. On the inseam, 0.5 inch seam allowance, and same on other areas. At the side back, 1.5 inch seam allowance on the side and 0.5 inch on other areas. From the half length, reduce the 1.5 inches to 0.5 inch on reaching the hem. After cutting the Ankara fabric, lay it on an interfacing and on the lining. The interfacing here is ST. Then proceed to cut out. We move on to the sewing machine. Here are the front pieces. It has been embellished with stones. Lay the two center pieces right sides together. Sew by 0.5 inch. Notch the half length. Open flat, lay the side front, right sides facing, sew from the hem by 0.5 inch. Notch the underbust and the half length, turn to the right side. Attach the other side front by 0.5 inch. Create multiple notches. Here is the front look. Moving on to the back pieces. Place the side back on the center back, sew by 0.5 inch. Create multiple notches. Couple the other two pieces in a similar way. Here are both back pieces. Lay right side of the front on the back to sew the side shape. Mark the seam allowance. From the half length, reduce to 0.5 inch. Go ahead to sew on the marked line. Notching the half length is optional. Sew the other side in a similar way. Back bodice has been attached to the front bodice. Here are the lining pieces. Do well to couple in a similar way. Lay the right side of the lining on the main fabric. Come in with a 3 inches crinoline. Place the crinoline at the starting point as shown. Then sew the hem of the fabric together with the crinoline by 0.5 inch. Trim out the extra crinoline. See the seams of the main fabric and the lining matching up. Lay flat the hem, lining and main fabric apart. Bend the seam allowance towards the lining fabric and top stitch in place. Turn the top in position. You'll see the stitch line on the lining only, and here is the right side. Notice how the hem of the top waves thanks to the crinoline effect. Next is the yoke. One side has been done. The hem of the armhole folded, shoulder joined, neckline and center back finished with the Ankara fabric. This is the back yoke, then the front yoke. This is the Ankara strip cut in bias form. The width is 1.5 inches. Turn the back neckline first as shown. Notch along the curve. Double fold as shown and top stitch close to the hem. The center back line, fold backward excess fabric at the neck area, sew by 0.5 inch. Double fold and top stitch. To the front yoke, double fold the neckline and top stitch. Place right sides of net together, join with a loose stitch by 0.5 inch. Pull the thread till you get the exact shoulder width. Adjust the gathers, then top stitch permanently. Trim out excess seam allowance. Double fold the armhole. Then the yoke set is complete. Come in with the main top. Sew the zipper first on the main fabric. The zipper stops 0.25 inch before the end of the main fabric. Cover the zipper line with the lining fabric. Start sewing from the top. Don't sew too close to the zipper teeth. Turn inside out. Here is how the front and back look like. Attach the zipper tape on the other side. Mark out the zipper allowance line first. Lay the right side of the zipper on the main fabric and sew. Cover the zipper tape with the lining and sew from the hem. Stop halfway, then continue from the top for fabric balance. Turn inside out. The ends of the top is matching up accurately as well as the top area. Unzip to appreciate the neatly finished top. The yoke has been attached on one half of the top. Let's attach on the other half. Place right side of the yoke on the center, moving up about 1 inch. Match up the net along the over chest. Bend in the side seam allowances and pin in place. Move up the yoke also at the armhole area by 1 inch. Go ahead to sew down by 0.5 inch from the armhole to the center. Carefully turn the yoke to the back. Place right sides together. Move aside the lining fabric. Top stitch the yoke, starting very close to the zipper by 0.5 inch, stopping at the side on the armhole area. The yoke has now been attached to the main fabric. Next, cover it with the lining fabric. Bend in the side seam allowance of the lining, pin on the right side. Fold the lining over the seam allowance by 0.5 inch. Grab the seam line from the wrong side, turn to reveal the area to be sewn. Go ahead now to sew by 0.5 inch from the center to the side. Turn to the right side to see the finishing. Loosen a 2-finger sized space on either side of the top. Go in from there to pull out the other over chest area to be turned with the lining. Starting from the zipper line at the center back. When you have the area in clear view, sew by 0.5 inch. Stop at the side. Trim out excess zipper. Notch along the seam line. Turn gently to the right side. The yoke connecting line is neatly finished. Go in from the same space to turn the unfinished area. Pull out the bulk of fabric gently. When the area is in clear view, go ahead to sew by 0.5 inch from the center front to the center back. Cut out the excess zipper and notch. Turn inside out. See the armhole, the space at the side. Access the other areas to ensure everything is on point. Go ahead to top stitch the space closed, and this project is complete. If this tutorial was helpful, please drop a comment, like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell for more videos. Bye.